Hi, I am Amma Duncan. I am a corporate trainer, business coach, and founder of the Fabulous Woman Network. I love helping women to overcome obstacles so that they can start their own businesses. I have had the privilege of helping over 50 women through my group coaching for startups and masterminds. And I love doing this. I am also the hostess of Mind Your Business, which is a weekly video podcast in which I get to talk about business. Of course, sometimes I interview other people on business issues, how they started their businesses, and many others. Way before I started the Fabulous Woman Network and started conducting all these fabulous events, activities, retreats for women, there was a point in my life when I didn't really believe in personal development or doing things that grew me as a person and intellectually. Of course, if it was an event that was sponsored by my company, I would go. And I loved training activities, so I would gladly go. But I can count on my fingers, this particular one, how many events I invested my own money in. As for books, forget it. I would not even buy. Maybe I bought one or two books, maybe for the kids, but for myself, no. There was this point that I thought, survival is more important. So I was more focused on, I would use my money, of course, to buy food and clothes and stuff that were needed at home, but never for my personal development, because I thought that I needed, survival was more important, and survival did not include personal development for me. However, in this same period, I had two major problems. Actually, I had quite a number, but for the purpose of this recording, two major problems. One, I was always broke. Always broke and broke. Secondly, I battled hugely with low self-esteem. I always looked down on myself. I had huge imposter syndrome issues and always thought I was like the littlest in every single place I walked in, whether I was the manager, the leader, or whatever. I always thought of myself as so low. And so these were some of the problems I was battling with in this season that I thought, I need to survive. And personal development is, what was that again? I can't spend money on anything that grew me because I needed to eat. It was always about survival for me in this season. Fast forward to today, through consistent personal development activities, I have actually moved from survival mode to a place where I am thriving, and I'm even discovering more and more about someone who thrives as a fabulous child of God. Now, there were different things that I had to do to get to this point where now actually I am so willing to take my own hard-earned money and put it in something and invest it in my own personal development, pay for courses, programs, coaching, and all these other things. How did I get from, I need to survive, to actually I need more of that training, let me pay for it? The beautiful thing is, I'm not just doing this for me, helping only myself develop. I have the privilege of helping some really fabulous women as well, especially those who want to start their own businesses. I'm able to help them overcome obstacles, some of which I dealt with myself. I'm able to help them through business coaching and mentoring so that they can also overcome them and start their own businesses to create wealth and impact people. Now, how did I get here to the point where I am willing and able to gladly say, take my money so that I can get some knowledge that I can apply for myself and grow? I feel that today's episode of Mind Your Business is important because I've had some people reach out to me and say, Amma, please help me. I really want to improve myself, but I don't have money. Okay, so here's the thing. They are actually affordable. When I say affordable, I mean from zero to, let's say, 100 Ghana cedis worth of money that you will spend, or even less, not below zero, of course. But there are really easy ways that people can use to develop themselves without spending money yet it's definitely important. And in another episode, I'm going to share how to, the different ways that you can actually invest by using money. But for this particular episode of Mind Your Business, I am going to talk about 5 affordable ways to invest in yourself. Very affordable. These are some of the steps I took at the time when I didn't have the mindset that, okay, I need to pay. So, or even if I had the mindset to pay, it was still in the beginning stages, survival mode here and there. So I didn't have the ability to pay yet. So I'm going to share 5 of these with you. These are things you can do to help yourself first. If you feel that, okay, I am not ready to spend 1,000 CDs, $10,000, whichever amount that you think that you've seen some course somewhere and you want to attend and you feel like, no, I can't afford that. You see, the bottom line is you desire knowledge. You desire knowledge that you can apply so that you can get results, right? So in this 5 different ways I'm going to share with you, you can actually get a lot to start from while you wait or you gather resources so that you can actually pay for other things, okay? I bet you know this already. The first way is to read books. Physical books. My breakthrough, or one of my biggest breakthroughs, came from me reading the book Rich Dad Poor Dad. I talk about it all the time, and following that, I've read so many other books. This particular year alone, I can't even count the number of books that I've read. Now, it's not always physically sitting there, so I'm going to tell you the different ways that I read. But, so I'm looking on my notes here. Definitely reading is one way to acquire knowledge, to get mentored by people who don't even know we exist. We learn from them, their experiences, and I love writers especially who share stories about their personal lives. So recently, for instance, one of the books that I read that I really love was the 5 a.m. Club. Those of you in the Fabulous Woman community, we read that last month. It was our book of the month. I just have recently about finished the Morning Miracle, which is sort of similar to the 5 a.m. Club, and it really, really helped me. Once I'm done, the book I want to read is this book right here by John Maxwell. I love John Maxwell books because he uses stories and simple English, so you don't have to crack your brain and you're thinking, what does that mean? He really, really uses simple and plain English. I love his stories and I can really relate. I mean, in Ghana, for those of you watching from Ghana, I love writers like Joseph Che Ankra, Reverend Albert and Comfort Okran. Their books are amazing, and so many other books. And these books usually in Ghana will cost maybe like 30, 35 Ghana cedis. But even if it's 50 cedis, that's how much in dollars? That's less than $10. It's worth it, trust me, because the stuff that you can get in there to apply is amazing. And the great thing about books is if you're saying, oh, but I don't have money, I don't have 50 cedis or $10, there are always libraries. Unless you are not searching, there are actually ways that you can get these resources, okay? For me, because a lot of my work or the work I'm doing personally on myself has to do with mindset, especially money mindset, I have been spending a lot of time reading books on money. And the amazing thing about all these books is they don't just tell you like, oh, go make money this way. They tell you the mindset behind it and all the different limiting beliefs that's not able to help you. And so you realize that you're reading the book on money, but you end up helping yourself, like your own personal development, because a lot of things about you change. You pick up new habits, which are even more amazing. I will just share with you, and if you've listened to me in the past, you know that this year in the Fabulous Woman community, we read We Should All Be Millionaires. I love it. I have put that book on replay. Like, I think I've listened to it maybe 10 or 15 times. I kid you not. And then there's this other book by Jen Sincero, You Are a Badass. So these books focus on money because that was what I was focusing on. But depending on which area you're looking to develop yourself in, there is a book. There is always... Actually, there are multiples of books, so there is no excuse to say, oh, I can't get a book to read. There are lots and lots and lots of physical books or even e-books. There's a library online called Z Library. You can Google it. There are plenty of books there that you can have access to. So the first thing I'll say is read books on the area that you're looking to develop in. The second one is probably my favorite. Actually, it is my favorite. Listen to audiobooks. Oh my gosh. So this is like the easiest way to actually go through one book in a day. And it's been really helpful. Sometimes I read like 2 books in a day because I'm listening. So I plug it in. The app I use is called Audible, and I would usually share links so that you can actually get the books that I recommend from Audible or from Amazon and all that. And Audible is great. So I have the app on my phone. Anytime I want to get a book, I just get it. You have to purchase it with credit or whatever. And then I plug it in sometimes when I'm driving, sometimes in the morning, in the washroom, in the kitchen, wherever. And I'm reading. Some books are like 8 hours. Some books are 11 hours. I think Obama's book is like 19 hours. I haven't read that yet or listened to that yet. But some books are also like 1 hour, some 2 hours, 4 hours. You just plug it in. Whenever you can't focus, you pause it. And the beauty about audiobooks is you can replay it over and over again. And it's amazing, And the beautiful thing as well is that some of these books are actually available on YouTube for free. So if it's a matter of, but I can't sit down and now open a book and read and I don't have the time, well, maybe in the mornings you take walks or sometimes you go for a jog or something. This is a great time to plug in a good book and then listen. And the beautiful thing, like I said, is you can replay. So sometimes, for instance, when I'm listening to a book in the kitchen and then either I drift off or somebody comes, like my child comes to talk to me, I pause it and then I just replay, just rewind, a bit reverse, and then listen to what I missed. So you can just listen to this over and over again. And it's even nicer when the author is the one actually reading it. I love certain voices like that, So listen to audiobooks. Like I said, very, very free. So many of them are free on YouTube and they are great books. John Maxwell books, Brian Tracy books. So many examples of amazing books that you can find on YouTube. So there's no excuse to say that I can't afford Audible. There are other options. Just find it. Another way that you can learn is through podcasts. So podcasts are like radio but over the internet. So there are apps that you can download like Podcast Addict. I had Podcast Addict on my Android phone and on Apple phone is called what again? iPhone. Yes, on iPhone I have the Apple Podcast, and there are so many apps. All you have to do is first download the app onto your phone, or if it's your laptop that you use, so that's fine. And then you search for a podcast. So if it's fitness you are interested in, you can just type in the search fitness podcast and ideas will come. If it's online marketing, ideas will come. If it's business, whatever area that you're interested in, all you have to do is do a search. So for me personally, because I'm interested in marketing and all these and money and all, these are some of my favorite podcasts. Amy Porterfield's Online Marketing Made Easy. I love that. I love Redefining Wealth by Patrice Washington. Hope Monger's podcast by my amazing Abba Kato Anda. I listen to that as well. Oprah's Super Soul and Masterclass. These are also 2 great podcasts. And then, so all you need is literally the app. These are free. Podcasts are free. So basically, of course, you need the phone and then the internet. And funny thing, I used to think that, podcasts will take my internet. So there was a point that I stopped listening. This was, way back. I was like, no, it's taking all my internet. But now that I'm in a better frame of mind to understand the importance of personal development, I'm like, you know what? How much credit or data is it taking that I'm going to, I don't even think about that now because I know the value of the podcast. So for instance, I've learned so much about marketing, email marketing and, online marketing from Amy Porterfield. Sometimes I feel like I should pay. Actually, there's a certain person that she gave me so much value that I actually sent her a donation. She lives in the US. I sent her a donation. I was like, this woman deserves money. And all these gems, she was given it for free. But I felt that she has blessed my business with so much wisdom that I should give her money. So I actually sent her money. This is how valuable some of the content that we have on podcasts can be. So please, just in case you are listening and you're like, oh, I don't listen to podcasts, or I don't even know what it is, just search it. So whichever phone you're using, go to your store, either App Store or Play Store, whichever phone, and then just type in podcast. Podcast Addict, I've used it before on Android. It was okay. If you're using an Apple phone, iPhone. I always forget the name, iPhone. If you're using an iPhone, go on ahead and look for Apple Podcasts. Download it onto your phone, and then whichever area you're interested in. So if it's business, if it's African business, if anything, just type it in and see what comes up and then try. If you're into consulting, they are amazing. So there's this consultant, I listen to Alan Weiss. He has a great podcast. Grant Cardone had some podcasts, all these people. So it's a great way to just listen and learn and get mentored from people who don't even know you exist, right? So podcast, definitely a great resource. And the great thing about podcasts too is that you can actually be doing something else, be cooking, be driving, be running, jogging, walking, exercising, and be listening to the podcast, just like audiobooks. The other option is read blog posts. Blog posts are online. All you have to do is Google them, or sometimes, depending on the people you follow on social media, LinkedIn, Facebook, Twitter, they suggest to you great blogs. My favorite blogs are Forbes. I do Forbes a lot, especially when I'm looking for quality content. And then Medium. I don't do Medium a lot, but I know that you can also get a lot from medium.com. But there are so many other blogs like Amma Duncan's blog, ammaduncan.com/blog. There's always great content, especially on business for women, that you can tap into. This is free, as usual. All you need is your internet and the device to, use it to read, but it's there. So seriously, just go on ahead and look for the blog. So for instance, if it's a blog on leadership you're looking for, just go into good old Uncle Google, type in leadership blogs and see what comes up. You'll be amazed. Just be curious and go on search, and then you will see what comes up, okay? I am so excited about YouTube. I think that it's one of the best things that happened to us in this generation. There's so much we can do and learn through YouTube or videos in general. So if you want to learn, if you want to see amazing interviews from people that you deem successful, Marie TV, for instance, it's a great channel, YouTube channel that you can access for free. All you need is your data and the device. TED Talks are also great. TED Talks. So we have all these fabulous speakers from all over the world sharing fantastic ideas. By God's grace, about 4 or so years ago, I got the opportunity to do a TEDx, which is also available on YouTube. I shared about how I quit my job to focus on my own business. So that's also amazing. Of course, if you're watching this, then you're watching Mind Your Business, which is my video podcast as well, also available on our YouTube channel. That is a great, fantastic resource for you if you're into business. On Instagram as well, I love Women CEO Project. I learned so much from her Instagram live videos. She's always teaching about marketing, strategy, starting your own business and things like that. There are so many others. I've just given you 4, but you can start from these and then with time explore your own depending on your need. The key thing is to key in the keyword of the area you're looking for, the area you are interested in. Okay, now here's the thing as well. Once you get this knowledge, remember you are seeking the knowledge because you are interested in your personal development. Don't just read it and then put the book away. I used to do that a lot. Reflect on what you have read and practice what you have read or listen to. Journal it. So I have journals that I put, what I have learned inside and how I've applied it, whether it went well or not. Of course, I give myself grace because it's not every time that things go so right, but then we are all learning, right? So journal and reflect. It's very important that we reflect on what we've learned and then we reflect on our actions too. This is a better way of learning. Just reading it is not enough. knowledge is not power if it's just sitting in your head and you are not applying it, not reflecting on it and doing anything with it. So you really want to reflect as well. This is really, really key if you are interested in growing yourself as a person. So let me just run through the 5 affordable ways to invest in yourself that I've shared so far. First, read books, listen to audiobooks, listen to podcasts, read blogs, watch videos, and then finally, a very important factor is just reflect on them, right? Reflect on what it is that you've read or you've listened to. Now, I know this list is not exhaustive, and whatever I've shared is also almost free. Like, you literally need your device. So if you're watching me, then you have access to that. And of course, you have internet and you're able to access this. There are other ways that you can invest in yourself, and this time by using money, by investing, physically paying cash. So it's not just your time, but your money is also going into. And I want to share that with you. I'm going to share that in another episode. For now, just muse on these. If you feel that these are your needs at the moment and you don't have the money, these ways that I've mentioned are okay. They are more than enough for you to start with. And I promise you, a time will come that you won't be asked. You won't have to be asked. You will just put in that money. It doesn't matter how much, because you know how much value you get from developing yourself personally. Now, if you are interested in a group or a community, a mastermind that is interested in personal development, I have got news for you. So I have started my Fab Readers Club, which is for women who are interested in personal development. No excuses. So we are reading books and we are meeting twice every month to discuss these books online via Zoom, right? And we are really interested in holding each other accountable. So every person is going to be partnered with an accountability partner to support you through the journey. So you are not making excuses to say, oh, I can't read or I don't have time and all that. You have someone supporting you in this group. And all these members are women who are really serious about their personal development, women leaders. And, so they are serious. Basically, they are committed. If this is you want to be in a small group like that with women who are ambitious and they are looking to progress and they are not making excuses, oh, I don't have time. No, that's not the kind of woman we are looking for. We want the one who is ready and committed to their personal development. And, they feel like they need that kind of support to be in another community of such women. This is for you. Check out our Fab Readers Club. The link is in the caption. Check it out and then join if this is for you. We have 3 spots left and we look forward to starting. All the information that you need is in the link, but you can also call or WhatsApp us on +233 24625 2330. So we give you all the answers that you need. Of course, it's 100% online, so you can join from anywhere. Tokyo, Czechoslovakia, Korea, Obuasi, New Edubiase, wherever you are free to join because it's online. So I look forward to connecting you in that group, connecting with you in that group if this is something that interests you. Anyway, this has been my episode of Mind Your Business. Thank you so much for joining and watching up to this time. If you haven't subscribed to our Telegram info channel already, I want to encourage you to subscribe, because this is where I share updates of all our activities and all the different opportunities, sometimes even scholarship opportunities, fellowships, entrepreneurial activities, our own events, vacancies and all that. I share all of these on there so you don't miss it. So the link is in there as well. Do subscribe and then I'll come your way again, God willing, same time next week, Tuesday at 12 noon GMT on Mind Your Business.